Hi, hello everyone, Coffee here, and welcome to today's episode. In today's episode, I'm going to be showing you 5 recommended worlds from different worlds that I found throughout this year of 2024. Each of these have some cool features and stuff in them that I think are pretty cool, and I'm hoping you will find them cool as well. Next week's episode will be of some other worlds that almost made the list, but didn't quite make the list. So yeah, with that, let's get into it. Yes, I have a new mic. Hopefully you guys think it sounds okay. But yeah, with that, let's get into it, shall we? Here we go. The first seed we have is one of the default templates in Bedrock Edition, and I am calling this Dual Peaks. The only reason being is there are 2 different mountain peaks. One with this gorgeous scenery, and I can only imagine the kind of base you could have in the middle here, along with a second peak right across from it, which once again, having a base go between the 2 of them would honestly be really impressive. One of the other reasons why I have picked this seed is because not only is there a lush cave going underneath all of it, but there is, underneath one of the peaks, there is one deep dark, and I should say an ancient city. There is one ancient city, and underneath the second peak, there is yet another ancient city. This is why this one is in my top 5 for the recommended seeds, because then you could do a speed run for 2 kinds of deep dark. And I just think that is pretty cool. Plus, I can only imagine the kind of bases you might be able to make, and maybe you could even have a hub space where you could hold a bunch of wardens in between. But yeah, that is seed number 1. One other thing that I forgot to mention is that I will also show you in Java what the seeds look like at the same time, and it'll be a little faster.
Now, of course, the seeds might be a little different in Java Edition, so let's go through each of them to see how different they might be. First off, we have the dual peaks. This one looks like it is mostly the same. We have 2 peaks here. Let's go see if there is one over this way. There's 3 mushrooms there. I think the peaks are a little different on this one. That's okay, this one looks mostly the same. Let's check if there's 2 deep darks. Perhaps I didn't give. Can I type? No. Night vision, infinite, 3, true. Let's see. Are there 2 deep darks? There is a lush cave. We have 1 ancient city. Whoa, hello lag. Yes, we do. I think. Yep. So, these seeds are mostly the same. Let's check the other ones.
The second seed is yet another template on Bedrock Edition, and this one is the Pale Gardens. Not only do you spawn about 2 blocks away from a Pale Garden, but it is also one of the biggest Pale Gardens I have ever seen. Normally, they're tiny, or at least from what I've seen. Meanwhile, this one stretches for hundreds and hundreds, well, not hundreds and hundreds, at least 100, 200 blocks, which I think is pretty cool. Plus, there is a lush cave underneath all of this, and it's honestly also one of the bigger lush caves that I've ever seen, and I can only imagine how easy it might be to get some axolotls and stuff like that. I'm like, just look at this place. It is magnificent. And then you also have a underwater ravine area, and I mean, look at that lava thing down there. Overall, it is a pretty cool.
Okay, let's check the second one. Okay, we still have a big enough, a pretty big Pale Garden, which is good to see. Let's see if we have game mode. Spectator. See, it's still pretty big lush cave, not lush cave, pretty big Pale Garden. And we still have some pretty large lush caves underneath. Okay, is this one?
Let's see. There is a ancient city down below. This one's huge. Or maybe I'm just coming at it from the right side, but this looks really big. Okay, well, I think... So this seed is definitely, so far, the most changed. But I think it's still a pretty cool seed. The next seed spawns you by this giant glacier biome with some magnificent cliffs. Not only is there just a bunch of snow and ice though, there is also a village with a ruined nether portal that has taken over one of the houses. Now, there's also ice spikes, and there's snow as far as the eye can see. But that's not the only reason why I've picked this. I don't think I've ever seen a snowy mountainous biome this big before. I'm sure there's bigger, but not only is there a pillager outpost up here, but if you look at just how mountainous this terrain is, for this to spawn naturally is just, it is just beautiful, in my opinion. And then I'm like, look at this pan out of these not caves, of this mountain. I honestly love this seed, and for the snowy time, the winter time of year it is, I think this seed is perfect. But that's not the only reason. Down below, there are some interesting caves, along with a deep, dark, and ancient city.
And this next one? Let's see. Okay, so this is our snowy cliffs of the glacier. So these are a lot more jagged, I think, than the other. Okay, and a lot more spaced out as well. Let's see, do we have the village? This is cool. This is really cool. So we don't have a village. Okay, what about the pillager outpost? There's a pillager outpost, and the ruined nether portal is up here. Okay. Interesting. Okay. What about the cliffs over here? Huh. I mean, these are still pretty big. It still is breathtaking. There's no lava coming from here this time. Okay, let's check down below. There is a ancient city down below. This one's huge. Or maybe I'm just coming at it from the right side, but this looks really big. Okay, well, I think... So this seed is definitely, so far, the most changed. But I think it's still a pretty cool seed.
This next one I've chosen just for the amount of biomes that are near spawn. You spawn in a flower forest, and as you can see, right on the horizon, there is a village next to one of the smallest cherry blossom biomes that I have seen. There's also an acacia biome and a ruined nether portal, which is nearly completed. All you need is 3 pieces of obsidian to get this thing working. And then, past this way, past the cherry blossoms, you have a mixed forest, which then moves into a birch forest, which then moves into a dark oak biome. Oh, yeah, this, and then that moves into a spruce biome, and then a little ways more that way, there is not ancient city, there is a ocean monument and a swamp. So with the amount of biomes that are this close to spawn, I think it is a really cool seed, especially if you are a builder, because as long as you don't mind traveling a little ways, you can get a wide variety of blocks.
Okay, let's try it this time and see what happens. Okay. Okay, this is the right one now. This is different, I think. Maybe not. Flowers spawn differently. Interesting, okay. So the ruined nether portal is over here now. Is there a chest? I don't see a chest, that's weird. Okay. Then we have the cherry blossom biome, which is even smaller. And there's no another portal or village. That is interesting. Still have the Glacier Biome. Let's check everything else now. Let's see. So for this way, we have the different forests. That so far looks like it's correct. Okay. Which then, dark oak should move into spruce. Okay, yeah, that is correct.
Now for the final recommended seed, you can spawn in a spruce biome with a snowy taiga just in the distance. There's some ice in the middle of this giant river, and the reason why I have picked this seed is there is a huge exposed part of a lush cave. I can only imagine the opportunities that this cave could bring, and there's only really one space to actually head down into the depths from what I've seen. And that is over here. And as you can see, that it does reach down further, but it still is quite impressive that this much of the lush cave has spawned this close to the surface. Then down below, this is a massive lush cave area, and then you also have yet another ancient city. The amount of seeds that I've spawned in with an ancient city right below spawn is honestly startling. But with the fact that this lush cave practically leads right down to one of the darkest areas in the overworld, I think it is pretty cool.
Let's check the next one. This one is the exposed lush cave. So let's see. Is it still exposed? It is indeed still exposed. I don't think this lava was here last time, and yeah, okay. Pretty cool. I will admit, sometimes I forget how much more grass there is in Java Edition. Yeah, this one looks pretty much the same. Let's check underground. Underground, we still have more lush cave all around. Still lush cave do we have? And we still have a lush cave that leads into an ancient city with a really close trial chamber. Pretty cool.
And that is it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, next week we will be doing some worlds that didn't quite make it into this episode. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, for it really helped me out a lot. My current goal is 200 subscribers because we met our subscriber goal of 150 for this year, so thank you guys so much for that. Next year's goal is 200. Once again, thank you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I shall see you guys all next time. Coffee out.